a Frank Beck Chevrolet Studio Annex. This is another edition of Time Out Overtime on the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rick Arsenal, and as usual, before we do anything further, if you haven't done so yet, please get down there in the corner and smash that like and subscribe button. You'll be doing me a huge favor if you do. Thank you so much. Okay. Uh, Little Tigers late last night. If you stayed up to watch that after 1 o'clock this morning and you had to work today, you've got my condolences. Ed Lyons, who practiced today, I did not see anything from Dan Campbell. I don't know if he spoke today or had a presser or not. But anyway, we'll get into that in just a couple of minutes here. Time Out Overtime is sponsored in part by Frank Beck Chevrolet on M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville. And if it's time for a new to you vehicle, let the sales pros at Beck's help you choose the right vehicle. New or pre-owned, Beck's has the top selection in the tri-state area with over 200 vehicles in stock. Stop by and see for yourself, and when you're ready, ask for Russ McBorty, Chris Hodis, Danny Smith, Adam Schaefer, Blake Bryant, Cameron Mincio, Bob Flint, or Peyton Lucas. And when it comes time to service that new to you vehicle, pardon me, the service pros at Beck's can fix it. Any make, any model, Ford or domestic, Beck's can fix it. And if you have a bit of a crunch or fender bender, Beck's Body Shop can put it back together looking just as good as new. So for all your automotive needs, look no further than Frank Beck Chevrolet and M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville at 517-849-2886 or on the web at frankbeckchevy.com. Come and experience the Frank Beck difference. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. I will be reminding you too in just a few minutes as I have been in recent weeks, of a very special event which will be transpiring at Frank Beck Chevrolet on M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville a week from Saturday, September the 14th. Boy, where have the days gone? Wow. Anyway, I will be giving you all the details on that here momentarily, so don't go anywhere. Stand by for that. Tigers last night jumped out to a thanks to home runs by Matt Verling and Troy Sweeney. After 3.5 innings, had a 5-0 lead last night and ended up losing the game in 10 innings, 6-5. That's all you need to know, other than the fact that I'm never going to question anything that A.J. Hinch does. He may have left Montero in there too long. The Padres are a very good team with the ability to score runs in bunches and very quickly, and that's exactly what they did last night. In fact, they could be my dark horse to win the World Series this year. They're pretty good. Yeah, they're that good. I think they'll give the Dodgers and everybody else there in the National League all they want to get to the World Series. They're a pretty good team. So the players they got in the Juan Soto deal are doing very well too. So yeah, Tigers lost last night 6-5. So as we sit right now, there's 70 up and 70 down. Simple math says they've got 22 games left. Just to have a winning record, of course, they'd have to go 12-10, and I'd be satisfied with that. But if you look if you have any aspirations at all, I don't. But if those of you who are still thinking playoff shit, the Twins won today. Okay, so they beat the Rays 4-2, I think, or 4-3. So they're 5.5 up on the Tigers right now, as are the Royals. I'm still thinking your magic number, just to get into that. Now, the Twins and Royals aren't playing all that well. I don't think they're that good, but they're doing just enough to maintain those second and third wild card spots. The Tigers, Red Sox, and Mariners are all 70 and 70 right now. Red Sox aren't playing very well either, and neither are the Mariners. In fact, that's why they fired their manager. at this late point in the season. I don't know what good they think that was going to do, but yeah, Scott Service is out. I neglected to mention that last week. If you haven't heard, Mariners did fire the manager. Anyway, they're 1770, 5.5 behind both the Royals and the Twins. Now, they only have to catch one of those teams, not both. But still, if you're 1770 right now, I still think you'd have to 86 or 87 wins to secure that final playoff spot. And at this point, asking him to win 16 or 17 out of 22 is a pretty tall order. Now, they'd have to either go 16-6 or 17-5. And even if they would win tonight, you've got the next 6 against Oakland and Colorado. You probably almost have to sweep all 6 of those games. And then after that, you begin a 9-game stretch against the Orioles and the Royals. If somehow, when they get to that 3-game series in Kansas City, I believe September 16th through the 18th, if they could roll into Kansas City somehow 3 games out, yeah, then they would have a chance. But that means between now and then, you'd have to make up 2.5 games. What am I saying? I think if you still have thoughts of them getting the playoffs, they have to win tonight. Be a must win. Okay. Yeah. And who's pitching for? I can't recall. Tigers are throwing Casey Mize out there tonight against, I believe, Martin Perez. He's pretty good. Game starts at 8:40, so I suppose if you watch that game, a quick game might have a chance to watch the 11 o'clock news and then crawl into bed after that if you got to work in the morning. Anyway, bottom line is, in my humble opinion, I don't think they'll make the playoffs. Why? Because they're not a playoff team. I would consider it an accomplishment and an achievement if you just finish with a winning record to be 82-80. Just go 12-10 in the last 22 games. And given everything that's gone on this year, I would consider that a monumental achievement. Now, I would have to think that A.J. Hinch would be a candidate for manager of the year. Now, that's about it. I'll have more to say about the Tigers on Saturday. So, okay, before we get in here to Michigan and Michigan State, if you don't know by now, I put a circle around your calendar and put it in your phone. A week from Saturday, September the 14th, is a very special day at Frank Beck Chevrolet on M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville, as they will be celebrating their 9th annual Salute to First Responders. And this year, there will be a special tribute to the Hillsdale County Sheriff's Department for all the right reasons. So bring the kids, let them get up close to emergency vehicles, meet police and firefighters, play games and more. You can enjoy a free lunch, sign up for prizes as we celebrate the area's first responders. Plus, there will be a poker run as well. Again, that's Saturday, September the 14th, from 10 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon at Frank Beck Chevrolet on M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville. I think you can get more info on this on the web at frankbeckchevy.com, especially that day. Stop by and experience the Frank Beck difference. And stop by and say hello to us. We'll be doing the Time Out Show from out there. We did it last year. We had a lot of fun, and I can promise you and the wife and the kids will all have a great time out there. It's a fun-filled day for the whole family. The weather looks like it's going to be perfect. So yeah, as I said, we'll be there broadcasting. Stop by, say hi to us, and it's just a fun-filled day for the whole family. I can promise you that. So please, I hope to see you all out there on Saturday, September the 14th. If you have something else planned for that day that's not urgent, put it on the back burner and come out and see us. Have a good time with us. be looking forward to meet everybody out there. So, again, Saturday, September the 14th, a week from this Saturday, Frank Beck Chevrolet on M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville. We will see you there. Before I get into Michigan and Michigan State here, just making a few comments about them. Let me take a swig of water here. Clear the throat. As I think I've told you, I have been told to drink enough water until I've got it coming out of my ears. I must be, oh boy, I must be drinking at least a couple of gallons of water a day now. Would that be 64 ounces? And has it made a difference? I think so. Possibly, maybe, but I mean, nonetheless, it's not hurting anyway. It's always good for anyone to stay hydrated. Water's undoubtedly the healthiest thing you can drink. So, all right, Michigan and Michigan State. Michigan, last time I looked, we're still 7.5-point dogs to the Texas Longhorns, number 3 ranked Longhorns, at noon on Fox 47 Saturday. I expect Michigan to look a lot better than they did in their first game against Fresno State. I don't think they'll look that good that they'll beat Texas. I'll be shocked if they do. But they've got a good kicker. They've got one of the best defenses in the country. They've got an NFL caliber tight end. I think you might say the jury is still out on Alex Orji yet. Let's see if he can play any better against Texas. They've got a very good defense too, by the way. No, they wouldn't have if they weren't ranked number 3. And they're just a very good team. This is probably the best team that the Wolverines have faced this early in the year. Oh, you'd probably have to go back to 2018 when they played Notre Dame in their opener and lost. They went on to win the next 10 and then lost the last game of the season to Ohio State. But yeah, this is probably the toughest preseason opponent they played since then. I think it'll be I think the defense and their kicker, Dominic Savannah, I think will keep them in the game. And I look for maybe one-score game. I don't think Michigan will lose by more than 7. Let's put it that way. Which, if that's the case, that means they will have covered the spread. Anyway, at noon, Fox on Saturday. Let's hope it's an entertaining game to watch. And because of that game, I will be doing my show probably a little after 10, sometime between 10 and 11 on Saturday morning. Give you a heads up on that. I want to get that show in before the game. Michigan State is in Maryland, playing the Terrapins, who blew out UConn, was it 50-7 on Saturday. In this game against Michigan State, they could score maybe even more points than that. Spartans are 8.5-point dogs. I don't bet, but if I were a betting man, I'd take Maryland and give those 8.5 points. I don't see them having any problem covering that. Somebody asked me today, a Michigan State fan, if they would win 3 or 4 games. I look at their schedule again, and I can't see. Well, I can't even find 3 games that I think they would be favored to win. But it's Jonathan Smith's first year. He inherited a mess. He's going to turn this around overnight. Wish him luck. He seemed like a heck of a nice guy. But yeah, I don't. I'll be shocked if the Spartans would beat Maryland on Saturday. Let's put it that way. All right, before I get into the Lions here, as I always do, I want to say something about a good man, who, without his help, I wouldn't be doing this right now. He set me up with this. So that would be Tim Lindley at Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale at 37 Waldron Street, a couple hundred feet west of Howell. You won't meet a nicer guy. Tim and his wife are probably two of the nicest people I've ever met. And please, if you have any technical needs at all or issues, get in there and see him. 37 Waldron Street, 517-610-5372. Anything at all. Computers, new or used. Maybe the computer you have now needs a little work done on it. My computer here that I'm using, I thought was on its last legs. Tim took it in the shop, worked on it for a little bit. By the time he was done with it, I had a new computer. I was astonished. Anything at all. Flat screen, large flat screen, smart TVs, mounted, programmed, set up, internet installation, printers, new or used, anything at all. Any tech issues you have, this is the guy you want to see. Again, 517-610-5372, or better still, get in there and see him at 37 Waldron Street, a couple hundred feet west of Howell. And please, when you get in there and see him, tell him Rick and Mickey sent you. I would appreciate it very much. Thank you. Lions did practice today. I have not heard, I don't know if Dan Campbell has spoken to the press at all yet today, but I know when he spoke on his show yesterday morning on the ticket, he was asked about DJ Reader, the defensive tackle that they acquired this season from the Bengals. He said he was looking good. It sounded like he was trending toward actually playing on Sunday night. He said Reader was actually playing in practice with the defensive scout team, which meant he was going directly up against Ragnow and Zeitler and Glasgow, and he was looking good. Bottom line was, if he said that he would know more after today's practice, whether he would be playing or not. But look, if Reader goes to Dan Campbell and says, "Hey, I can play," that's good enough for Campbell. Because if you look at DJ Reader's resume, in spite of having torn quads the last 2 years, this guy simply hasn't missed many games. He's a gamer. If he does play Sunday night, the two people I would be focused on watching will be on the defensive side of the ball. One, of course, will be DJ Reader. The other will be defensive end Marcus Davenport. Apparently, he's healthy and looks good. That could make a huge difference. If Davenport can come in with double-digit sack numbers this year, that would be a big lift to this defense. Tremendous lift. If he and Hutch could both have double-digit sack this year, sack stats, the defense, secondary looks good. My only concern might be that they haven't played together yet. Of course, they practice together, but that's not the same as playing. The Lions go into the game as 3.5-point favorites. I think they'll cover that. I'm doing a little homework on this game. It looks like the Rams are having some issues in the secondary and on the offensive line. One of their the offensive tackles has been suspended for the first two games. The other one is hurting a little bit. So, hopefully I'll have more to tell you about DJ Reader on Saturday morning. The other injury would be Ife Melifonwu, who's got a strained Achilles. They're taking it easy with him. I doubt very much he's going to play. He'll probably be inactive for Sunday's game. They're not putting him on the pup list, though. So I guess that's a good thing. But other than that, the Lions are completely healthy for this game. I don't think the Rams have many issues either. Puka Nacua apparently is expected to play, and why not Sunday night? So, look, Terrion Arnold This guy is going to have his hands full covering the best wide receivers in the league. You're going to have some growing pains with him because he's a rookie, but the Lions have a lot of faith in this kid. And so do I. I think he'll make halfway through the season, I think he'll have an immediate impact on this team. I really do. And the game is some 3 days away yet, and I'm already getting psyched up and nervous about it. News and notes, Patrick Surtain, if you haven't heard, the sensational young quarterback for the Denver Broncos, has signed a 4-year extension worth $93 million. That's about 22.5 per year. I don't know how much of the money is guaranteed. I didn't hear that. No. Las Vegas has come up with their Super Bowl odds. A lot of money is being wagered on your Detroit Lions. They've got the Chiefs up at the top at a plus 500, followed by the 49ers at plus 600. Then you've got both the Ravens and the Lions tied for third at plus 1,000. The Philly comes in at fifth at plus 1,100. By the way, last year at this time, the Lions were 40-1 to win the whole thing. This year, they're 12-1. There's a lot of money being put on your Detroit Lions this year. But what I've noticed here, as we get closer to the season, which is starting tonight, the endless journey of the off season is over and the pro football season starts tonight. The 7-month hiatus is over. And ESPN Bets, by the way, has made the Chiefs 17% chance. I really don't know how they figure this thing. They got the Chiefs on top. ESPN Bets. I don't know the formula for this. They got the Chiefs on top at 17%. Lions come in at 15.9%. I really don't know how they figure that, but one last thing. I'm going to throw through this in a hurry. They have come out. Yeah, okay. They have come out with the top selling jerseys this year at this point in the marketing departments. And the jerseys are selling fast as ever with the new season finally arriving. We're seeing a crop of best-selling NFL jerseys, but that doesn't mean the game's biggest stars aren't dominating the conversation. The NFL Players Association, by the way, has come out with this. The top NFL jersey sales from March of 2023 through February of 2024, showing which players are most popular among the fans today. And while the league has yet to release new data, the information below reflects who's believed to have the best-selling jersey in the NFL right now. I'll give you the top 10 quickly. Number 10 is our own Sam Laporta. His number 87. Here's what they had to say about Laporta. It took Sam Laporta just one season to become one of the NFL's best tight ends, reaching Pro Bowl status even as a rookie. The Detroit Lions have two of the NFL's best-selling jerseys right now, showing not only is the Motor City all in on their football team, but many others around the globe as well. Number 9, you've got rookie wide receiver of the Giants, Malik Nabers. Number 8, DJ Moore of the Chicago Bears. His number 2 jersey. Number 7, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Checks in at number 7, the top-selling jersey. 16 wide receivers were drafted ahead of Amon-Ra St. Brown, but he's since made a lot of teams look dumb by becoming one of the best pass catchers in the National Football League. The one-time All-Pro and 2-time Pro Bowler has become one of the Lions' most popular players with the best-selling jersey on the team. He checks in at number 7. Number 6, Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs. I'm a little bit surprised he's that low. Number 5, CJ Stroud, his number 7 jersey with the Houston Texans. Let's see here. Number 4 is Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills, his number 17 jersey. Number 3, Max Crosby, his number 98 jersey with the Las Vegas Raiders. Number 2, Saquon Barkley, that number 20 jersey of the Philadelphia Eagles. And the top selling jersey right now, Caleb Williams of the Chicago Bears. Here's what they had to say about that. The excitement surrounding the Bears is at a new high, thanks to the arrival of Caleb Williams, the number 1 overall pick in this spring's draft. He has the potential to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. As the only without a 4,000-yard passer in NFL history, Bears fans are thrilled to have a new franchise quarterback. No wonder Williams has the NFL's best-selling jersey. How many did these jerseys? What do you think one of these jerseys, an authentic jersey, would cost? A lot of money. Would it be worth it? I suppose if you go to a lot of games, I mean, somebody around here, what good would it do them to wear one of those jerseys? I don't know. Depends on how big of a fan you are. I don't see paying that kind of money with the economy the way it is now. But I guess if you have the money to spend it, why not? So that I just thought I noticed that this morning as I was tooling around on my phone. I thought I'd bring that up where they are. Pardon me. In with the NFL jersey sales. So that's going to about do it for me. Don't forget the Time Out Show with Andy and Jed, Saturday morning here locally from 9 to 10 on WCSR 92.1 FM. And I will talk to you again Thursday before the Michigan game. So until then, remember, treat each other with respect. Have a good rest of your evening. Enjoy the game tonight. So long, everybody.